Start farm ace. Nerd strat, let's go, let's win this. Okay, so how have you all been? I hope you're enjoying the daily uploads that I've been doing so far. Definitely hasn't been easy to maintain, especially since I've been live streaming every night as well. But you know what, I'm enjoying it, and you guys seem to be as well, since my last live stream got over 110 views, which is insane. So yeah, thank you for all the support, by the way. So anyway, we're going to be going DFA here on the map Wizard's Keep. Our opponent, Yokro, is pretty decent, but definitely beatable. So DFA is most definitely the meta on this map, even though the map's name is Wizard's Keep. Like, Wizard is not very good on this map. So anyway, it's round 3. It looks like he's going to go and play it pretty aggressive. I don't normally start to send grouped red balloons until around the 1 minute mark, but he decided to do it early to, I don't know, try and make me leak a little bit. So it's a pretty average start, you know, there's nothing that interesting, except for the fact that he is not getting up his triple dart. And I'm just going to send him a crap ton of blue balloons here, as you can see. And he's most definitely going to leak around, I don't know, 30 to 50 lives. We'll have to see how he goes here. So we do just fine, because he switched to the pink balloons pretty early on. So greeting was a valid option there. But for him though, I don't really know. If I was him, I would have gotten up the triple dart. But he tries to grid it out. He does use his second road spike, and he is down to 85 lives. So very good start for us. Not so much for him, but I don't know, maybe he can just get a little bit of a comeback, because early game doesn't matter that much. It's mostly the mid game. I would say the mid game is the most important, because it affects how you would do in the late game and so on. So again, he's trying to be aggressive here. Not really worth it, since the triple dart spots on this map are very good. And so are the spot spots, actually. DFA is just really good on this map, because there's nothing that's really bad. Some people say that, like, the Spectre spots, like, you have to sell a farm to get up one. But if you put your farm at the top middle of the map, you can fit a Monkey Ace tower below it, which you can just get up to a Spectre in the late game. So there are some good spots for Spectres. You can ground zero pretty easily, just at the bottom right corner there. And you can probably survive till around 34 0MGs if you have good enough micro. I can survive until around 34 0MGs. So I'm fine to take this late game if I have to. Especially since we have even-ish farms. Our eco's probably a little higher. And yeah, basically that. So he sent us a very big rush there, but we were fine against it. We did have to use a boost though, which means that we don't have any for this mob. Therefore meaning we're going to have to sell that Republic and get up a Super Monkey fan club. Forgot what it was called for a second, oops. He's going to boost to this, but he boosted pretty late and he doesn't have many triple darts. So I think he might go down to it. Yeah, he does actually. He wasn't quick enough to boost. But hey, GG man. So we're here in our second game. We actually have Yokro again, so that's pretty cool. Good luck, man. So he's going to be going Cobra. I'm going Tac Farm Mortar. It's a pretty good strategy. I would recommend using it on this map. It can counter Cobra pretty well, depending on how well you farm. I want to have really good farms and try and get up a facility before it starts to balloon adjust us very hard. So I'm just going to grid it out here, get up that plantation before my blade shooter. Yes, I did leak quite a lot there, and I did have to burn a spike. But I would say it was worth it, because we still have 2 spikes left. We still have 100 lives, which is pretty good. And now we have very good farms for round 6. A plantation and a 1-0 farm is very good for round 6. Round 9, I'm hoping to have around 3 plantations, because that is very good. So we actually did make that happen, as you can see right there, 3 plantations. So this game is definitely going in our favour so far. Yes, he does have a good eco and a lot of wide funds, but if we can continue to farm really well, like we are, we can afford to get up like a crap ton of Ring of Fires and Blade Shooters, and we'll defend basically every single balloon adjustment rush he can send us, and would basically outlast and win. Because the strat he's going, it's pretty good, but you have to rely on ecoing a lot. And if you send stuff like BFBs to try and make me leak, you're kind of using up your only main money source. Because yes, the wide funds are a good money source, but in the late game, it's not really going to give you much money. It's not really worth it. Ecoing is very important when you're going Cobra. And not sending too many rushes that are going to hurt your eco. So I send him a couple of zebras there. He does boost, which is really nice. I'm surprised he didn't try and do anything else, like maybe get up a blade shooter or a cluster bomb or whatever his third tower is. He does actually have the bomb, so he could have just gotten up a cluster bomb upgrade and he would have been fine. So it's round 18. Our farms aren't as good as I hoped, but they're definitely not terrible, especially since our opponent's going Cobra. So no, we're doing okay so far. We have 2 signal flares, so we should be fine against camo balloons for a little while longer. But when he starts to balloon adjust us a lot more heavily, we're going to need probably a third signal flare just to be safe, because I know that 2 signal flares cannot defend round 25 AI if all of the balloons are region camo ceramics. So it looks like he's sending us a BFB. As I said earlier, not really worth it to do that, especially if your opponent has good farms like I do. So we'll be okay against it. We just need to sell a plantation and use up some blade maelstroms. I didn't really use my blade maelstroms up that efficiently. Like the placements of them and how many I used wasn't really good. I only really needed to use 2 or 3, but I ended up using 4. Doesn't matter that much though, like it's really fine. So he looks to be pretty surprised that we defended that. I'm kind of surprised too. I mean, it's very hard to defend rushes like that with the balloon adjustment, like you have to be very careful. But sadly enough, that's not the last rush he's going to send us. And this next rush that he's going to send us is going to be a lot stronger and a lot harder to defend. The saddest thing is we can't even get up a facility yet because I'm just too scared that he's going to send us a big rush. So I'm debating on whether to send him a Moab or not. Yes, it would probably force him to get up the balloon impact, but then again it would hurt our eco, farms and much more, so I decided not to. So it's round 23. Round 25 is coming very shortly, so I'm gonna have to prepare for that. I'm getting some tack sprays there in the corners just to help out a little bit, not planning to get them up to Ring of Fires unless I need to. Okay, so it is round 25. He's going to layer in some pinks with the AI. I actually decide, instead of going for 3 signal flares, I go for that 1 mortar ability to defend. But as you can see right there, we just leaked to 5 lives because we did not maelstrom that. I'm really glad that we defended that though. I'm sure he's not very happy though. And now we really need to be careful and time our maelstroms and everything. See that little AI going down there towards the end of our path? Nah, that's not happening. Because if 1 single red balloon goes past, we're dead. So we have to be extremely careful. And how many BFBs is he going to send us? I'll give you a hint. It's not just 2. It's not just 3. Is it just 4? I kind of hope it is. So we're just going to continuously stall here. Nah, it looks like he's sending more BFBs. Oh no. We do boost. Looks like we're going to defend okay for now. But he is still sending a lot more BFBs, as you can see right here. We're going to need a Maelstrom Micro. We're going to need to mortar stall. We're going to need to do everything we can. And the main problem being, we don't have much money, so we have to sell a lot of Maelstroms to continue to stall like this. So we have to hope that he can't defend this round 27 AI that's coming out. Because otherwise, we're probably going to die. We don't have much money at all. We only have 1 Maelstrom there to our name that we're going to have to sell to stall. And it looks like he's going to go down to the Moabs before we go down to that rush. So yeah, GG, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all soon. Have a great day.